Hello. This is a small demonstration of what is possible if you have a file system that can store metadata with the data, in comparison to what we all know now, files and folders for classical file system. I'd like to introduce it like this. A bitmap, a PNG and a TIFF. All three different file formats for an image. So they have a common use case. A bitmap, a PNG, and a TIFF meet on a classical files and folders file system, and a bitmap is very sad. It says, I'd like to have a title, I'd like to be annotated, I'll never have a title. My file format was just not designed to have one. And so a PNG goes and says, yeah, I understand you. You know, my format actually can have a title and other metadata fields, but very often no one really bothers to implement them. And next to them, the TIFF is like, ooh, I'm library standard. I can have so much metadata you wouldn't even understand. Well, a few months later, they meet again on an object storage. The bitmap is extremely happy because it says, I have a title, I really have a title now. And other metadata, just like that. And the PNG and the bitmap are like, wow, so cool, because the PNG says, I also have metadata now outside of my file format, so people finally use it and have access to it. TIFF is not really happy about this because it kind of loses its special position. Because now any file format regarding metadata is now equivalent. And actually the joke ends here, but I like to add one more. Suddenly, a new data object comes into this room on this weird object storage and says, hi. And everyone turns around and goes like, what are you? You have no file type. You don't even have a byte of data in you. Like if you look at this here, it literally has 0 bytes. So all the metadata you'd have classically would be whatever you can put in the file name. But now in an object storage, this no payload object says, you know, I just have meta. I'm like a database entry, but now I behave like a regular file object. I hope you understand what this means. What you see here is just a 5-minute demonstration of a min.io object storage I've set up, and I've put these files on there, added metadata, and also some tags. More on that in another session. But actually, there is technology that allows you to put meta and data together, and working from that, I can imagine you understand the potential, because the only difference between file types of the similar kind, like a file type for images, a file type for audio, file type for whatever, when it comes to annotation and metadata, there's no more difference necessary. And also, as you can see, I don't need any special tool to go inside a file format to access embedded metadata. It's basically equalizing out all the differences between file names when it comes to annotation. More on this to come.